There's a part of Europe where roads don't lead to cities. They lead to memory, where the sun disappears for weeks, not as a disaster, but as a rhythm people learn to live inside. Most travelers come north chasing lights in the sky. But the real mystery of Finland's Arctic isn't above you, it's below. In languages that were almost erased, communities that rebuilt after displacement. And a way of life designed for extreme cold, not against it. This isn't a journey to see the Arctic. It's a journey to understand it. Welcome to Finland's far north, where silence isn't empty. It's full of meaning. To understand Finland's Arctic, you first need to understand this. It is not just Lapland on a map. Finland legally recognizes a Sámi homeland tied to language, culture, and self-governance. In Finnish law, the Sámi homeland includes the municipalities of Enontekiö, Inari, and Utsjoki, plus part of Sodankylä's reindeer herding area. This matters because up here, land is not just scenery. Land is memory. Land is livelihood. Land is identity. The Sámi Parliament of Finland exists to protect Sámi language and culture through constitutionally grounded self-government. And yet, this is not a museum piece culture. This is a living, modern Arctic society, balancing tradition with pressure, from climate change, tourism, and the global economy. So, we start where many Arctic stories begin, not with a sky, but with a place. A small community surrounded by wide water, dense forest, and a horizon that feels endless, even when it's frozen. Inari doesn't perform culture, it lives it. In the sound of boots on packed snow. In the thin smoke of a fire. In the way the cold makes every breath visible. Here, one of the most important Arctic landmarks isn't a mountain. It's a story house. Siida, the Sámi Museum and Nature Center, is a national museum dedicated to Sámi culture past, present, and future. And what you feel inside Siida is something many travel videos miss. That authentic doesn't mean ancient. It means true. You learn that Finland has 3 Sámi languages spoken within its borders: Northern Sámi, Inari Sámi, and Skolt Sámi, each with its own sounds, its own rhythm, its own way of naming the world. You also learn a difficult truth. These languages are endangered. Not because they lack beauty, but because history tried to replace them. And still, they persist. Quick pause. If you're enjoying this cinematic journey into Finland's Arctic, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next story. It genuinely helps Wonderworld Journey reach more explorers like you. Now let's follow the most powerful kind of resilience. The kind that happens quietly every day. There's a special kind of courage in bringing a language back. Not through a viral trend, not through a single speech, but through children. In the late 1990s, community-led programs in Inari launched Sámi language nests, full immersion early childhood environments, where kids live the language from the start. The Sámi Parliament describes the core principle simply: staff speak to children in Sámi, not the majority language. National Geographic reported how Inari Sámi was nearly disappearing, and how language nests, inspired by indigenous revitalization models elsewhere, helped rebuild a new generation of speakers. This is what resilience actually looks like. Not a headline, but a child learning words that were almost taken away. Out here, culture is not only protected by policy, it's protected by families, teachers, and community elders choosing to speak. And when you hear those words, Even if you don't understand them, you can feel the weight of what they carry. For many Skolt Sámi families, home was not lost to time. It was taken by war. The Skolt Sámi endured forced evacuation during World War II. Research documenting their relocation explains that in autumn 1944, Skolt Sámi were forced to leave their home region in the Petsamo, Pechenga area, and over the following years, were resettled in the Inari region. Imagine being moved away from your own landscape, your waters, your roots, your familiar seasons, and then being told to rebuild life in a new place. And still, communities did. This isn't history as a footnote. It is part of why resilience is a daily practice here, not a slogan. Even today, Finland is publicly confronting past injustices. In December 2025, Finland's government announced the final report of a Sámi Truth and Reconciliation Commission and began discussing follow-up actions. And it changes how you look at the landscape, because the land holds both beauty and memory. Reindeer herding isn't folklore. It's land management across generations. It's a livelihood shaped by weather, land access, and long knowledge. The Arctic isn't untouched wilderness. It's a lived-in environment where decisions about roads, tourism, and climate impact have consequences. That's why Sámi communities are pushing for ethical standards in tourism, not to stop visitors, but to protect meaning from being turned into a costume. In 2025, Sámi leaders in Finland introduced work toward a responsible Sámi tourism certificate, meant to highlight tourism operators aligned with Sámi values and environmental responsibility. So if you come here, the goal isn't to consume culture. It's to witness it with respect and leave it intact. Climate change here isn't a debate. It's a daily calculation. A major scientific study in communications, Earth and Environment found that from 1979 to 2021, the Arctic warmed nearly 4 times faster than the global average. An acceleration widely known as Arctic amplification. That warming isn't abstract here. It alters snow conditions. It shifts freeze-thaw cycles. It affects animals, travel routes, and safety. So, resilience in Finland's Arctic is also about innovation. Not in a tech expo way, but in a we must adjust to survive well way, which brings us to one of the most unexpected Arctic scenes. A place where the world's biggest brands come to test the future in ice. Cold here isn't an obstacle. It's a testing ground for the future. Ivalo, deep in Finnish Lapland, has become one of the world's best-known environments for winter testing. UTAC's Ivalo Proving Grounds describe extensive tracks and facilities built specifically for snow and ice vehicle and tire testing. Nokian Tires even calls their Ivalo Test Center White Hell, describing round-the-clock testing in harsh Lapland conditions and long seasons of freezing temperatures. And in a way, it's poetic. A region often portrayed as remote and behind is actually helping engineer what comes next, from safer winter travel to technology built for extreme climate reality. This is the Finland Arctic Enigma again. A living frontier where tradition and innovation share the same horizon. If you keep going north, the world changes again. In Utsjoki, the landscape opens into tundra and river valleys, and villages feel like bright dots stitched into wide silence. Out here, preparation is a form of respect. Nearby, Norgum is known as Finland's and the EU's northernmost settlement. Here, distance isn't measured only in kilometers. It's measured in how quickly weather can change, in how important your neighbors become, in how a single road can feel like a lifeline. This is where you understand why Arctic communities are described as resilient. Because you can't fake competence out here. The cold doesn't care about your plans. The dark doesn't care about your mood. And yet life continues steady, capable, and often surprisingly warm. Yes, sometimes the aurora appears, and it's beautiful. But the most cinematic revelation isn't above your head. It's around a kitchen table. It's in a classroom where a child speaks an indigenous language again. It's in a workshop where traditional craft becomes modern design. It's in a community that refuses to disappear. So here's the twist. The Arctic doesn't just show you beauty. It shows you what lasts. It teaches you that comfort is not the same as peace. That silence can be full. That identity can survive pressure and return stronger. And before we reach the final moments, if this story gave you a new way to see Finland's Arctic, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can join the next journey. Because Wonderworld Journey isn't chasing trends. It's chasing truth beautifully. When you leave Finland's Arctic, you don't just take footage. You take a new definition of remote. Remote doesn't mean empty. Remote doesn't mean simple. Remote doesn't mean silent. Up here, life is complex, modern, and deeply rooted. It's indigenous governance protecting language and culture. It's communities rebuilding after displacement. It's language nests turning near loss into living speech. It's innovation shaped by the cold. And it's the Arctic changing fast, demanding adaptation with intelligence and care. If someone tells you the Arctic is only about the sky, tell them the real mystery is the people who stayed. And the real light is the life they keep building, season after season, at the quiet edge of Europe. If you're looking for more travel journeys, click on the top left and continue exploring with our next story. Thanks for watching.